But what's the underwear subscription service?
MeUndies.
Thank you. Okay, I'm good. I'm ready.
I've never wanted to have sex with a pot pie, but like, I'd have sex with that pot pie.
We're all weak to stepping on nails.
Let me preface this by saying I wrote a script.
Daytona Beach is like 2 mild inconveniences from being a post-apocalyptic wasteland anyway.
So many of my tabs say semen.
Are you guys ready for this weird, horny adventure that we're all about to go on?
You can't handcuff me for skanking.
This motherfucker gaslights you.
Diet Coke and Sorrow will be chapter 4.
And against all odds, Kyle, we became those swirly weirdos.
This whole podcast is a very negative mouthfeel. Hello and welcome to Debate This, the show where no one is right, but someone is definitely wrong. In this show, we take time out of our busy adult lives to talk about comic books, video games, and how even 10 months later, I still think about Paper Mario, the Origami King's battle system occasionally, and just get really angry.
Shut up. That game came out 2 months ago.
Has it actually been 10 months since Origami King came out?
Yeah, it was shortly after Animal Crossing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
Feels
like
bad.
June or July in 2020, because after the day it came out was the last time I played Animal Crossing, and all those islanders are waiting outside my house for me to come home, and I can't.
It's okay. They're like Neopets. They don't die.
Yeah.
Is that what we've told ourselves?
I don't know. I didn't buy Animal
It's
Crossing.
it's like Schrodinger's cat. Like, as long as you don't open the box, they're never dead.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for joining me today in the Debate This boardroom. I know this space, it's been used to survive a zombie apocalypse, cast a few movies. It's even been used to teach each of you the difference between advertising and public relations.
I like the order of those
very...
things.
Yeah, right?
Which Todd has mastered and definitely knows the difference between now.
And I will not be taking any questions about today. However,
Todd is a master in comedy writing.
The pacing is never off. Today, all that changes because I've recently accepted a large sum of funds from some capitalists looking to launch the next successful AAA game. Isn't that exciting?
Classic.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I'm stoked.
I love the idea that there's just like just arbitrary capitalists. Like, bah, 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 we are capitalists. Bah, bah, bah,
Yeah.
Take our money.
I just had to Google capitalists and they popped up. Well, so here's the problem though. These shadowy investors, they're actually the same ones that backed a bunch of projects that you may or may not be aware of. You know, projects like Arrow the Acrobat, Bubsy, Blinks the Time Cat, Tack and the Power of Jujo, Pinot B, Croc, Legend of Gobos. Yeah, I think you all get the point here.
I love the fact that, like, Tack and the Power of Juju was funded by dark money. Like, that feels really accurate to me.
It probably was. Like, it was definitely like money laundering. At least one of these was a money laundering scheme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, more than zero of them. So the point here is that, you know, these folks, they've been burnt before on creating a new IP, so they're asking that, you know, I create a new game franchise focused on a beloved NPC because they think that is really what's going to bring customers in. Also, because no more original ideas exist at this point. So
Everything's a franchise here in 2021 now.
Yeah. So today, what I'm going to need is for you to tell me which NPC or sidekick deserves their own video game. And so obviously, I couldn't think of a better group of 3 people to help me spend this not laundered money. And so joining me today to answer this question and helping me pay back a mountain of debt with all the success of this game before they come for my kneecaps are Kyle, ECW Anarchy Rules with a Z Harper, Andrew Sonic Shuffle Henderson, and Matt Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000 Cole.
I can't draw the line.
Is it just bad games that came out in 2000?
I think they're spinoffs or something. I don't know.
These are what the internet has agreed are some of the worst Dreamcast games to come out. I didn't know Sonic Shuffle was a thing. Apparently that's Sonic Mario Party.
The Carbuncle ate itself.
Yeah, Sonic Shuffle is trash. I didn't know that an ECW game came out for Dreamcast.
Well, and they spell rules RULZ. So
Well, yeah, they're anarchists, Todd.
Anarchists don't use S's outside of the word anarchists.
Also, you know, we have sidekicks, we have hirelings, we have companions, mooks, minions, shopkeepers, and really all other types of NPCs. They're really what give our video games depth and drive plot. So who do you think deserves their own video game? And, you know, tell me where would I know them from? So Kyle, why don't you go ahead and kick us off here?
Yeah, of course, Todd. So I know how much you, Todd, love shorts.
It's
You've got
true.
strong
Unironic.
opinions on
Unironic.
shorts.
This one's true.
This is not a bit. Todd has very strong opinions on shorts and where they should fall on the leg.
Hashtag free the knee.
Also, Todd crossfits in jorts, and I just needed to get that out there too.
Yeah,
You know the game Two Truths and a Lie? This is just a game Three Truths.
Three truths. Three truths for Todd. And you love shorts because of how comfy and easy to wear you find them, right? Everybody loves shorts. And why wouldn't they, with how comfy and easy to wear they are?
I don't love shorts.
Well, this isn't for you then, Andrew. That's why I think fans of the Pokemon series are really going to love our newest launches in the Pokemon lineup, Pokemon Hot Pants and Pokemon Cargo. In Pokemon Hot Pants and Cargo, you are going to play as a plucky youngster from the Kanto region who wants nothing more than to evangelize the good word of the most comfortable and easy to wear pelvic garment.
Kyle, so I looked up Pokemon Youngster, and all 4 out of the 5 first images are the quote, "They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear." Is this a corner of the Pokemon fan base that I'm just not familiar with?
Wait, hold on. Pokemon youngsters are delightfully comfy and easy to wear.
That is not the sentence that I said.
That's exactly the sentence you said, Todd.
I said the quote here is "They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear." Editor, go ahead and play that back again. Okay,
I will. I'll play that back for you to
delightfully-
prove that you said it.
Todd's going to turn this youngster Joey into a lamp.
It's youngster Benjamin, actually,
excuse me.
Andrew.
Yeah,
youngster
Ben.
Joey is a different one who's very proud of his Rattata. This is a meme. This was a meme from the first Pokemon game, Route 3, just to the west of Pewter City. There is a youngster who greets you with, "I love shorts. They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear." And then you go right into battle, and then you beat him, and he says something sad but about shorts again. And a meme was born back in 1995, before half the world even had internet to share memes.
Was this NPC one of those ones that when you're trying to get to the town, you have to walk in front of them? You cannot not walk in front of them?
You have to walk in front of him on the way to Mount
I
Moon.
hated that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's the first one, right? He's isn't he between Pallet and Pewter?
He's in between Pewter and Mountain Moon.
Okay.
And yeah, there's like 4 or 5.
My least favorite part of that game.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so we are going on a Pokemon journey as youngster Ben, and we're just talking about shorts the whole game because of how popular this meme was.
You know, Kyle, what I like about this is the shorts part.
I know.
So that's great.
I'm pitching to my audience.
Hopefully our boardroom of shadowy investors watching through that definitely not one-way glass behind us will also enjoy shorts. Andrew, what did you bring for us today? Is it also wholesome and good?
It has nothing to do with shorts, and it's not wholesome or good. Instead of shorts, I'm going to talk about Grand Theft Auto. So for 20 years,
the yin to Kyle's yang.
Yes. Believe it or not, for 20 years we've been seeing 3D Grand Theft Auto games, and the series has given us so many wonderful and memorable moments, gunning down gangsters to the sounds of a flock of seagulls, the Maibatsu monstrosity, hot coffee. But there's nothing more that screams GTA to me than these 7 words. Cousin, it's me, Roman. Let's go bowling. Now, these days, I'm specifically talking about Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, GTA 4, I love GTA 4. It was such a great experience, and like I have so many fond memories of playing it. But these days, like after 5 has come out, after it's been out for a while, it's seen as a kind of a black sheep among the other games, just because it was much more realistic. It was a little bleaker compared to the I have here cocaine and jetpack insanity of the other games. And a lot of that is because of the game's conflicted protagonist, Nico Bellic. Nico, just as a quick reminder for those of you that haven't played, Nico is an ex-soldier born and raised in the then SFR Yugoslavia. He arrives in Liberty City to start a new life to escape his dark past. So he's had some criminal background. He is smuggled into the country through some back channels. He seeks out his cousin, Roman Bellic, who had moved to America several years before. While Nico was living the life of a trafficker and criminal in war-torn Serbia, some really, really, real harsh shit, Roman would write Nico letters about his luxurious life in Liberty City, which is GTA's take on New York. And is saying like how he's just like flush with sports cars, mansions, and I quote, many American titties. Now, when the game starts,
such a 2008 thing,
right? I mean, that game is aged, obviously, but like, man, oh man, it's good writing. So when the game starts, Roman's the first person you meet up with is Nico, and he finds out that, like, of course, this was all complete bullshit. Roman is just living in a hole-in-the-wall studio apartment and driving a taxi cab just to get by. He's also super in debt due to a bad gambling addiction. So the first couple of missions have you like beating down loan sharks to protect your cousin, which is kind of cool. So like, obviously, like Roman is a lovable but yet schlubby idiot. And I think he's just like, he's the perfect foil for the very cynical and realistic Nico. You know, despite the fact, for example, he's living in basically it's just a shitty Murphy bed in a hovel that's filled with cockroaches. Roman like 110% believes in the American dream, like so much so that it sounds like a cartoon watching it today. You know, he's away from Serbia, he's away from Yugoslavia, he's away from like he's not a refugee. He's away from his abusive father, his oppressive government. He's a free man. He can literally do whatever he wants. He's in the land of opportunity, and it's a very like America. Again, this was 2008. You know, it's a very like America forward story, but you know, he's living this life that like we would consider to be like pretty impoverished, but he loves it. He's living the dream. He's got this blind optimism, which is both his greatest strength and his biggest weakness, because he is quite literally just always a day away from having his knees broken in by loan sharks. But I think Roman is such a great character in that game, and like the driving force, like the real heart of that story, that I would like to see Roman in his own title. Go ahead, question.
I do have a question. So I had to look this character up because I'm not familiar with them. Mm-hmm. Since Kyle brought up shorts, I'm going to ask you about pants.
Okay.
What percentage of Roman's pants are track?
72. Track. It's you've got track for casual, slacks for business. Next question.
Tracks and slacks, baby.
Tracks and slacks, baby.
I see what his business pants are. That business shirt is
Hawaiian.
All yeah, it's all collar. It's all shirt, collar, no buttons.
Pants, marvelous. Shirt, Hawaiian.
Yeah. As soon as I put him into the search, the first thing that came up was bowling meme. So I'm looking forward to hearing
let me explain the meme.
Please do.
So where Kyle brought a meme, I too brought a meme to the table. So like one of the thing that I think people remember about GTA 4 more so than anything else is, you know, just like it's a Rockstar game, it's a GTA game, they tried to cram a lot of shit in there. There was all these like little like hangout missions that you could do. So you could go bowling, you could go drinking, you could go karaoke, singing, whatever. It's like a Yakuza game, but like they didn't flesh any of that out. And Roman would call you like while you're in the middle of the mission, like to initiate these hangouts, and they were totally optional. But they just like they dialed up that to 11, and it was like every time you were in free roam mode, you'd get a call from Roman saying, "Cousin, it's me, Roman. Let's go bowling." And like the first couple times, you're like, "Okay, yeah, Roman's funny," and then after the third time, you're like, "Shut up." So that's where that meme comes from.
You learned they didn't record any other phone calls for Roman to make.
Exactly, it was that or whatever carbon copy one-dimensional woman that you were trying to, you know, get with at the time was like, "Take me out," you know. It's just like,
yeah, sure,
standard like GTA fan.
I don't want to hear Andrew's hot breathed feminine voice say "take me out" ever again. So I'm going to move on to Matt. Matt, what did you bring for us today?
Yeah, Todd, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah, is it about shorts?
What are you buying?
Good.
Here's another question for you. What are you selling?
Why did you say that like Crocodile Dundee?
I don't know. I wasn't going for Crocodile Dundee, but I acknowledge that it sounded like Crocodile Dundee.
Have you ever seen Crocodile Dundee and this character in the same place at the same time?
That is a valid... If you told me that Crocodile Dundee was the merchant from RE4, I'd believe you.
It's not the weirdest thing I've heard today.
Yes.
All right, Matt, finish your bit.
So Todd's execs et al., I am here today to pitch you a game starring that very same The Merchant from Resident Evil 4. Now, I would venture to say that there is not a more famous NPC from a non-Nintendo property more memorable than the merchant. Now, I put a lot of qualifiers in that
There's a lot of qualifiers.
Yeah, because I wanted to make the merchant sound important, because all the merchant is a shop. Like, I mean, he's just Beetle from Legend of Zelda, but his eyes are red and he's got a bandana face. I mean, that's all that he is. And I played RE4 like not that long ago for the first time. That was a game that I experienced via proxy through my roommate in college. And I don't remember much of the plot, and I don't remember much of the gameplay that wasn't QuickTime events, but I tell you what, I remember the merchant, and I remember the line, "What are you buying?" And however Crocodile Dundee-ish that may be. So you can chalk his memorability up to his voice lines, the fact that he is the one part of the game that isn't a QuickTime event, or just that everybody killed him every time we met him after the first time you realized you could shoot him. It's time to give the merchant the title he deserves in March of the Merchants, Zipto to Crypto, a game that I will tell you much more about in question 2, and a game coming to the Apple App Store summer of 2021.
Oh no, the Apple App Store. All right, well, these are 3 options, so we're gonna, I guess, dig in deeper on this because I'm contractually obligated to pay back these loans I've been given. Since we're going to be launching this, as a spinoff of an existing property, I really need to know a little bit more about your game. I'm just looking to hear, what is it about, maybe how it differs from where it came from, how it's similar. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the meat of this. What do you got, Kyle?
All right, so Pokemon Hot Pants / cargo begins just
real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kyle. If you maybe this is a later question, but like, how many fake Pokemon games have you made up on this podcast to date? Because it's got to be more than 5.
This is only the second time I've done.
I absolutely do not believe
it's hard
that.
to believe. I remember Leather and Lace,
and there was and there was a Pokemon show because there was the Oddish couple.
Yeah.
And then there was the episode where you did gyms and Kyle's was facial hair themed.
I dip into the Pokemon well a lot for sure,
but maybe
for
not
serious.
like full length titles.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when Kyle pitched a Pokemon dating sim? Anyway,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Kyle, one more question. I know this is early. I'm going to ask you this question now. You don't have to answer it now. You can answer it later. But I'm going to need to know what the legendary Pokemon from Pokemon Hot Pants and Pokemon Cargo are before this episode is out.
We will get to that, Matt.
Great.
No.
So the game begins like any other Pokemon game. You choose your character, your name, etc. But you aren't a character in this game lucky enough to live in a town with an eccentric Pokemon professor who just gives out powerful Pokemon to the kids in his town. But you do know if you go to the abandoned lot on the edge of town, you can probably catch a Rattata without battling it. So you start the game
with like a bag or something.
With just a stick in a bag, you go catch your Rattata. Just going around trying to put like a giant eagle bag over a Rattata.
And with your new best friend in tow, you leave the safe confines of Pewter City and try and catch a Pokemon that can actually damage the rock type gym leader in your town. When you encounter literally the coolest trainer you have ever seen, like sparkles around him whenever he walks, a beam of light follows him around. He's got the cool starter Pokemon that you wish you could have gotten, literally the coolest trainer you have ever seen. And he challenges you to a battle. A crowd gathers. You having only a couple weak Pokemon get very nervous, trying to think of something.
It's mostly just Rattata, isn't it?
You have a Rattata and a Caterpie at this point. And you try and think of something cool to say before this battle kicks off. And awkward as you are, all you can manage is, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. And the battle begins, and you just get decimated in 2 attacks. The coolest trainer you've ever seen in your life just annihilates you, and the crowd just relentlessly mocks you for the shorts comment you stammered out before the battle. The trainer leaves. You carry your good Pokemon friends back to the Pokemon Center, and vow you will redeem yourself in the eyes of these trainers, that trainer that beat you, and you will own the moniker Shorts Kid that they have given you, and use it when you conquer the Pokemon League in Pokemon Hot Pants and Cargo.
Did you just make Joker? Was this Joker?
We live in a Shorts-ciety.
I was gonna say. Yeah, Ben keeps his hat on like he does because his forehead has a tattoo that says "damaged" on it. Yeah, you know, I like shorts, Kyle. I want to really drive that home. I really liked what you gave me here. Ben seems concerningly devoted to this cause, and I worry about the well-being of his Pokemon specifically to start.
We live in a Shorts-ciety.
Yeah, I'm not past we live in a Shorts-ciety.
Yeah,
that's better than anything I've written for today.
It was so good.
Okay, Andrew, same question. What is this game about? Is it about bowling? I hope it's not.
Oh, who cares? Okay, I'm coming back. So in GTA 4, Nico's story was full of violence and murder because that's what Nico was and was good at. Roman, on the other hand, is the exact opposite, right? He's a lover, not a fighter. So a game starring Roman can't be the traditional GTA format. Roman's not going to be running over drug dealers or slamming helicopters into army bases. So those of you that haven't played GTA 4, spoiler alert, one of
those
the
are
two
things you do.
Yep. Well, this is spoiler alert. One of the two endings that you can get sees Roman's new wife Mallory getting gunned down in the street, like literally during their wedding ceremony. That's like the big ending.
Jesus.
Yeah, I told you this is a dark entry. So in this new game, to follow up on that story, we learn that Nico has gone into hiding from the Russian mob, while Roman starts a new life in a new city following Mallory's death. Roman moves out west to the city of Los Santos, which is the GTA version of Los Angeles. To make some much needed cash, Roman starts driving. And because it's 2021, Roman's not driving a cab, he's driving for Uber. And this is where the game begins.
Boy.
So we're going to bring back the Crazy Taxi format.
I was just going to say Crazy Taxi.
But for the modern generation. So you're going to play as Roman Bellic, spending his days ferrying businessmen to and from LAX, taking privileged 20-somethings home from swanky nightclubs at early in the morning, and on occasion delivering Taco Bell to stoned teenagers. We're also going to pull in the realistic driving physics from GTA 4, which, like, again, if you haven't played the game, you basically, like, driving kind of feels like you're on a thin sheet of ice all of the time. Well, how about that? But also, instead of it's the streets of Manhattan, it's in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the 405.
So you're constantly causing accidents. You're constantly damaging your
gripping the
your expensively leased vehicle through Uber.
Well, you're not causing accidents because you have to pay for those damages because you're a gig employee. So you're going to sit in traffic.
Well, and your own personal auto insurance won't cover that.
Absolutely. So, but again, remember, this is a GTA game. So we're going to ram jam a bunch of other game modes inside. Most notably, you may remember the comprehensive dialogue tree from games like Oblivion and Mass Effect. Well, we're going to incorporate that as a way to pass the time talking to your ride shares because you'll probably be sitting in traffic most of the time. So, like, to really drive home the realism, Roman's going to have a broad range of semi-problematic things to say to passengers while they are trapped in the back seat in the middle of the busy highway. For example, being a middle-aged man of Eastern European descent, Roman sure doesn't have a progressive view of the LGBT community. Why not bring that up to a pair of unsuspecting Zoomers sitting in the back seat? Or maybe just see what happens if you have Roman turn on Joe Rogan instead of the usual top 40 station. All of this and more can be yours, Todd, when Grand Theft Auto: Roman Holiday releases later this fall.
Roman, and I don't know much about Roman aside from what you've shared and the image search. Roman seems like the kind of person that says those people, and like That may not have been said in a problematic way, but like it is in a problematic way.
He is the guy that goes to a strip club and thinks the stripper is in love with him.
That's fair.
He is the kind of person that is a regular at a strip club.
Strikes me as the kind of person that describes a group of people as the somethings. Like
Yes.
it is the somethings, and it could be anything. It might not even be bad. It's the anythings.
He's not a bad person. He just has bad opinions.
How do you separate the two?
Next question.
All right, Matt. What about you?
Yeah, Todd. So in the new Apple game coming to your iPhone this summer, March of
Does it have to?
Yep, March of the Merchants.
It's like that U2 album. You don't get a choice.
I was just gonna say it's like the U2 album. You beat me to it. So March of the Merchants, Zipto to Crypto is going to be a new iPhone game. And listen, I need to redeem myself. A couple of weeks ago, I suggested Hide from Zombies iPhone game, and it didn't go over so well. So we're doing...
You won that episode.
Yeah, but not on my answer to
At
the
what
super
cost?
secret bonus question, that's for sure. So this is going to be a new Pokemon Go-esque meetup game. But remember, this is about the merchant. So your goal is to meet with other merchants in the real world and trade digital things from your phone to their phone. Now, much like the merchant in RE4, you are going to deal solely in pesetas, the national currency of Spain that went.
I thought you were going to say illegal assault rifles.
No, not the game plan. Phone game. So you are going to be looking to trade with other people who also play March of the Merchants, Zipto to Crypto, when you meet them out in the real world. Now, this has a payoff, and I'm not going to tell you about the payoff until question 3. So I need you to stick with me. Ask me as many questions as you want, because, like, I get it. I get that this is bad, but trust me, there's a payoff. Now, let me tell you the other fun part about this game.
There's
Matt, Matt, I have a question, and this is literally actually no pun intended. What are you buying?
Yeah, that is also my
What
question.
are you selling?
What are you selling?
So that's the thing, right? In the game, what you're selling is NFTs. You're selling NFTs in the game. And I told you there's a payoff, and I can't tell you about that payoff until question 3. But what you are doing is, like, your goal is to trade up the ladder, right? Like, you're trying to find other crypto NFTs that you can trade and trick people into upping your own wallet.
Because NFTs are a trick.
Yes,
we want to make that clear,
NFTs
everyone.
Are dog shit and aren't real. But
And really bad for the environment. They're really bad for the environment. That's a PSA.
Everything about cryptocurrency is bad. I told you this idea is bad. I said that from the start.
Yeah.
So the fun part about this game, right, is much like in RE4, the first time you meet the merchant, it's actually kind of a jump scare. I don't know if you guys remember this specific time. I didn't. I just watched a YouTube video. You're kind of coming down a hallway, and then all of a sudden the merchant pops up in a window and says, "This way, stranger." And I'm just going to stick with the Crocodile Dundee thing.
Sure.
And so what's going to happen is you're going to have the game active on your phone, and it's just going to, like, live in your pocket or live in the background. It's going to suck your battery like any good old background app. But if you have Bluetooth earbuds in, no matter what you're listening to, if you've got your game active and somebody else playing the game comes near you, you'll hear that sweet voice of the merchant in your earphone say, "This way, stranger." And then it is your responsibility to find the person on the train who you can trade with in March of the Merchant, Zipto to Crypto. The new game coming to the Apple App Store in 2021. This summer.
I have I have a lot of questions about your game, Matt. The person commanding this meeting in the boardroom have no questions for you about your game, Matt. What I do have, though, is the shadowy investors want you to explain NFTs in 30 seconds.
Oh, God. Me and the bit, or me, Matt Cole, the person?
You, Matt, the person presenting this.
Art imitates life. So
this group of shadowy investors that are certainly boomers want you to explain what an NFT is.
Okay, so NFTs are when you take a screenshot of things on Google Images and then try and sell them off as something that you own. That's what an NFT is.
I mean,
in 30 seconds or less.
He's not wrong.
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Man, there's a bot on Twitter that you can tag in replies to other people's art tweets, and it will make an NFT out of other people's pictures. NFTs suck. They're trash, dude. NFT, the real description of NFTs are they are people assigning fake bullshit crypto values to things that exist only as digital existence.
They're that shitty guy that bought that Wu-Tang album just so that no one could buy that Wu-Tang album.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, it could be said that songs you bought on iTunes are early stage NFTs. But I don't like that
because
it has to be encoded.
Yeah, the whole point of not to get in the weeds, the whole point of NFT is like they use the blockchain, so you can't duplicate them.
Well,
but,
the prevailing thing that sticks out in my head is that there is a writer for the New York Times that sold his article for $500,000. He sold an NFT of his article for $500,000. So
yeah, stupid.
Anyway,
for a week there,
sucks.
NFTs were really inflated, and then the whole market crashed the next week. So
crypto is bad.
So ideally, we are gonna come out of this pandemic, and as we are coming out of this pandemic, game releases and digital downloads, those numbers they're going up, and we need to make sure that this video game launch goes off without a hitch. Because I gotta tell you, Daddy's got investors to pay. If I haven't made that clear, so I need you to tell me what promotion, what special deal, what day one DLC are you going to be bundling in with your game to just really pump those numbers up? We gotta push this game out the door.
Todd, we are proud to announce that the Pokemon Company
comes with a pair of pants with each game.
Todd, let me answer your question before you answer my question. We are partnering with Chubby Shorts for a special two special Pokemon pairs of shorts that come with the game included. So for $80, you can buy either your Pokemon Hot Pants or your Pokemon Cargo games paired with unique Pokemon shorts. Pokemon Hot Pants has the cover art and shorts featuring a Hitmonchan, and on Pokemon Cargo will be a Cinderace. Two Pokemon that appear to be wearing those named shorts.
Goddamn, well done, Kyle.
Yeah,
but Todd, we have another promotion because in 2021, I don't know if you know this, GameStop has made a resurgence and people want to go to GameStop again. So if you take your game wearing your shorts to GameStop, you will be traded, sent, mystery gifted, whatever the mechanic is called nowadays, the box art Pokemon. And if you are wearing your special edition Chubby shorts that go with the game, GameStop will be authorized to give you a shiny version of that Pokemon as well.
Here's my favorite thing about everything you just said, Kyle. In my mind, you had to do the Google search, which Pokemon is wearing shorts, and that in itself.
Pokemon that wear clothes is the Google search I have open because I didn't have this answered before we started recording today.
Fantastic. Is the deluxe version of your game also come with a case of Natterday?
No, it does come with one stock in GameStop, though.
Perfect.
Which, depending on when you buy the game, could be worth nothing or anything.
Yeah.
Kyle, I really like this because, as you may be surprised to know this, but I own a couple pairs of Chubbies.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed, Todd.
I wish you would have masked some of that tone in your voice when you answered that question. Andrew, how are we going to make these copies fly off the shelves? Not that that's a real thing; it's digital downloads anyway.
Well, we're not going to make them fly off the shelf. Instead, we're going to make our money the more capitalist way, and that's through brand deals. So, as I mentioned before, the majority of this game is Roman's rideshare operation, and since this is the first time that ride sharing will be featured so prominently in a game, we're going to strike up a brand deal with Uber. As such, everyone who pre-orders GTA Roman Holiday will get a $10 credit in Uber Eats. And people who use Uber Eats will know that this is a huge deal because that could pay up for like almost 1/3 of one whole delivery from Shake Shack.
It might cover your delivery fee.
Yeah, and part of your tip. Now, we've also agreed to use Uber's name and branding throughout the game. So, at any point when Roman uses the app to pick up a new fare, he'll comment by saying something like, "There is my next pickup, accurately located by Uber's app. I love how easy Uber's app makes my life, especially because how so infrequently it crashes." And also things like, "America is simply the best. Where else can an immigrant like me carve out my own destiny and work on my own schedule? Who needs healthcare benefits when I can be my own boss?"
Oh man. Wow, this is a spicy episode. This is a hot and spicy 2021 episode. This is.
What's so funny about this is before we started recording, I was looking through insert food ordering app here, all three of them. And from 4 different restaurants, I loaded up an order and then said, "Well, that's too much." And then I deleted it. I did that for literally an hour before.
That's a game that I think we have all played at one point.
I don't know, Matt. I don't have more commentary for Andrew.
Okay, Todd. So here's the payoff. Here's the big play, right? Those NFTs that you have been collecting through your game that you are responsible for buying and loading into the game yourself. Listen, those NFTs, you trade up the whole way, and then, Todd, you can sell your NFTs back to the game, and you can earn yourself your very own Umbrella coins. That's right, Todd. Umbrella coin, the new cryptocurrency launched by Capcom for the Resident Evil game that is a real cryptocurrency, and is such a real cryptocurrency that you remember how I said that app runs in the background and it drains your phone battery? That's because we've been mining Umbrella coin with your phone through the blockchain since you downloaded our game. We got a nod from the guys over at the Cooking Mama game for the Switch. We're turning your phone into a Umbrella coin mining machine, and everybody's going to be really stoked because it's a new cryptocurrency and it's a meme currency. So just like Dogecoin, you're going to dump $100,000 into it year 1. And then year 5, you're going to be like, "I really fucked up," and you're going to get rid of it and sell it back, or you'll lose the USB. And then 10 years from now, you would have quintupled your investment, but you didn't know that. So, bummer, you're out $100,000. Umbrella coin. It's going to be great.
I didn't get the Cooking Mama reference.
There was a brief period of time where the newest Cooking Mama game on Switch also used your Switch to mine bitcoins.
What?
It was like a week,
Yeah,
and then they pulled it. But
it was, I think Cooking Mama Cookstar was what it was called, and it was like the new Cooking Mama game for the Switch, and everybody who downloaded it like bricked their Switch. And they're like, "What the hell is going on?" And then they found out that the developers had used it to use Switches to mine Bitcoin.
Yep.
And it didn't work well because the Switch is effectively like a Playmobil toy of a console.
Yeah.
It's a TI-80X calculator.
Yeah.
Mining Bitcoin is why you can't buy a high-end computer processor these days. And they tried to do that on a Switch, which is like less processing power than your iPad.
Yeah, which is a cherry pie with handles.
So I've been given a Pokemon game with fashion attached to it, Andrew's version of bad capitalism,
gig economy,
and Matt's version of technological bad capitalism. So
yeah,
this is
which of our three is douchier?
Well, I do have one more question. I know the investors that I got to tell you, they were behind the one-way glass. I know you didn't see that coming. They've gone to lunch, and if I haven't made it clear, I've spent all of the cash forward they gave me on this project. All of it. I spent all of it. I've got so many shorts, and I've ordered from Uber Eats so many times, and I have so many NFTs. So it is really, really important that we bring in a constant flow of cash for the foreseeable future. So we really got to juice these numbers. They are going to actually come from my kneecaps. So here's the thing. For the Super Secret bonus question, I need you to tell me, how are we going to add a subscription model to your game so that we can ensure that players keep coming back to this game forever and ever until the inevitable heat death of this universe? So I'll give you some time to think about that while we take a break.
We've also got a Ding Dang Patreon where you can get yourself some Ding Dang perks like access to our Ding Dang Discord, regular Ding Dang bonus content, weekly Ding Dang live recordings of our second show, The Ploose is Loose, and even the opportunity to commission your own Ding Dang flavor text. You can join up for as low as $2 Ding Dang dollars, so make sure to tell all your Ding Dang friends.
All right, so we're back. As I said, I am in a lot of financial ruin if this doesn't launch and just stick with the audience. So what I need is for you to tell me what will be the subscription service that goes with your game so that we can just keep people pumping in that good money just forever and ever and ever. So Kyle, what do you got for us?
Well, Todd, we are pleased to announce that Chubby's was so excited with the partnership and predicts such success with this brand deal that they've gone ahead and launched in tangent with the release of Pokemon Hot Pants / Cargo, their own Pokemon Shorts subscription service. So for a low monthly rate, you will be sent 2 pairs of shorts and a digital download code for new fashion accessories in the Pokemon game as well. So that's where we tie into the game. You will get the more recent Pokemon games have included a dress up feature where you can go to the shops and buy new clothes. You will now be sent new clothes with your subscription shorts every month. So you have the latest fashions both in real life and in the Pokemon universe.
2 pairs of shorts a month seems excessive. It seems like so many shorts.
That's a lot of shorts quick.
Yeah.
Great. What about you, Andrew?
So we're gonna start similar to what GTA 5 did. We're gonna create a kind of similar GTA Online never stops type of mode where, so what's gonna initiate that is this will be a free upload, and it'll be a cutscene where Roman learns that the loan sharks that he had engaged with to get his original cab driving medallion in New York, which, because those medallions are like $500,000, they have found him in Los Santos. And now Roman is under the gun for a big chunk of change. And because he is a gig worker and is basically just making enough money to spend it on his car for all the mileage, he doesn't have another way to make money. So we're going to introduce a mini game feature of a bunch of different fun little mini games that you can play, like going to the casino, betting all of your money on red. Other schemes like collecting cans and trying to donate and recycle materials. All those fun little like get rich quick schemes. Donating plasma, really good fun things. Trying to get some last minute cash. It's gonna be super fun. America's just the best.
I hate everything you said. And I want to pause for a second to tell you that.
Somebody had to be Kyle.
and specifically, I hate that you listed collecting cans and donating plasma as get rich quick schemes. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's America's hard.
Yeah. Matt.
Well, Todd, listen, if there is one thing more memorable than the merchant from the Resident Evil series, and I'm not going to say that there is. I don't know that there's anything more memorable from the RE series than the merchant.
Is there any NPC that is more memorable than this one who's part of a game without QTEs?
And not from Nintendo. Listen, so there's nothing more memorable than the merchant from RE4, except for maybe the Resident Evil inventory system. I mean, that's a really defining feature of the game, managing your inventory and the shapes and the sizes. And so when we talk about subscription models for March of the Merchants, Zipto to Crypto, we're talking about inventory sizes, baby. You got to fit all those. You got to fit all those FNTs, NTCs. I don't even remember what they're called. NFTs. That's what we're doing. You got to fit all those NFTs into your wallet somehow. And if you want a wallet that fits more than one NFT at a time, you got to pay that subscription. And here's the real kicker, is that there are 3 tiers of subscriptions.
God.
And each tier unlocks more of your wallet, but they're all shaped like Tetris pieces because it's Resident Evil and the shapes matter. So like, it's not, you don't unlock one column, you unlock like the Cleveland Z, and then you unlock the T, and then eventually you unlock the Smash Boy.
Yes,
I'm
but
glad you
Matt, do
remembered
any
the
of those
names.
tiers come with monthly shorts?
No, I can't say they do. I can take a screenshot of your shorts and make it an NFT, and then maybe it comes with shorts.
Well, I've got to take these ideas that you've given me, these great ideas, and sell them to a board of investors that certainly don't understand any of them. So could you just briefly in a closing statement give me the final pitch that I should turn around and go through that door and tell this shadowy group of investors?
Todd, only one of us today brought you a wholesome, fashionable, shorts-based experience with 2 brand tie-ins, so that you ensure you make a return on your investment. And I think that is the choice you should go with today.
Todd, it's been over a year since you sat in traffic. Wouldn't you like to do that again?
Remember how much you loved sitting in traffic?
Remember
favorite
terrestrial radio? Remember hearing a song that you're not super into?
Yeah, Todd, I'd like to close this out today by just giving you the title, the subtitle, and then the running line that we're going to use in all the advertisement, just to wrap it up with a nice little bow. So, March of the Merchants, Zipto to Crypto, underline, screenshot till your phone's too hot.
All right.
Feels right.
I'm going to give that a 6.5.
I had screenshot.
If we live in a Shorts-ciety was an 11. That's a 6.5.
That's everybody gets one.
All right, I'm currently leaving the room while I'm talking to the capitalist fund, venture capitalist fund, whatever it is. These guys in the other room that gave us money and shouldn't have done that. You all go ahead and give each other some good vibes.
Andrew, very good job taking another meme character and turning it into a Crazy Taxi game. Very good job taking late stage American capitalism and crushing my soul even further with it. Very good job. And Matt, you did NFTs the game, and I don't know why you did or what you hope to gain from it, but you certainly did it, and did it. You did.
Thanks,
Kyle. I could sum up your argument with 2 words: yacht rock.
Yacht rock. Yep.
That was very good.
If you buy both games at once, you get a pair of boat shoes.
Fantastic. I love Pokemon Cargo and Pokemon Hot Pants. It rules so much. And I said it earlier, but I think it's great that you have made several fake Pokemon games, and all of them sound way more fun than some of the latest Pokemon games. So you win on both sides. Matt, I hate NFTs, but I like you, and I liked your argument, and it was really fun. And what are you buying? What are you selling? He's one of my favorite meme guys. I also, one of my favorite things, we didn't talk about it, but I think the best thing about that whole scene is
transaction. Were you gonna say transaction?
I was gonna say transaction. Is how the merchant literally opens his coat and like the camera zooms in and it implies that you're like getting stuff from his coat, but you're buying like rocket launchers. And I always love the idea that he's just got smuggled like an RPG launcher in his fucking trench coat.
He's got the he's got the TARDIS technology in his
it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, man, Kyle, Pokemon Hot Pants and Pokemon Cargo is just excellent. Like, if you asked me, hey, would you rather your choices be Sword and Shield or Hot Pants and Cargo Pants, I would go with Hot Pants and Cargo Pants. Like, that's a better option, and I think that that's hilarious. Also, I commend you for your ability to find bullshit Pokemon that match a description. Like, your facial hair, Jim, was one level, but saying, hey, find a Pokemon with cargo shorts and hot pants, and you nailing that in 10 minutes or less is
so stupid,
impeccable. So kudos to you for that. Andrew, man, Crazy Taxi is the best game ever. I love Crazy Taxi.
It super is, and I made it awful.
I've never not loved Crazy Taxi. Putting a relatively racist character into Crazy Taxi is honestly pretty much what Crazy Taxi was to begin with. So it works.
The tracks.
It works.
I've walked back into the room, so I shut the door behind me. So here's the thing. They apparently had the microphone on mute the entire time you were talking, so they couldn't hear anything you said. So I had to represent what you gave me just very briefly. As a surprise, well, let's do this. Matt, they did not understand your game. They did not
neither
understand.
did I, if we're being straight.
Honestly, neither does really anyone. That New York Times guy probably can't articulate why someone paid him $500,000 for his article. So Matt, they didn't want to do your game.
That's okay.
Oddly enough, Andrew, they were really excited for your type of game because they kept yelling things about bootstraps and how it was important to grab your bootstraps. But here's the thing. We're not going to do your game. We're going to do Kyle's game. And here's why. Because I've already made a lot of choices with their money and I'm just going to keep making those choices. Also, your game makes me sad. And I don't want to do that game.
I generally feel way worse than I did an hour ago.
Yeah.
If that's any consolation.
So Kyle, your fashion-forward, pants-centric, and themed Pokemon game is gonna get green-lighted. It's going.
Todd, we've got 2 pairs of shorts in the mail on the way to your apartment already. Thank you so much.
I only own like 6 pairs of shorts, and 2 of them are jorts. So this is gonna be a lot of shorts very quickly.
2 a month.
Oh God. Well, with that said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So thanks for listening in to Debate This. You can follow along with the arguments on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at DebateThisCast, or on our website at debatethiscast.com. Hey, did you know that we have a Patreon? Because we have a Patreon. And if you subscribe to our Patreon for as little as $2 a month, you can get access to our Discord community full of more nerdy discussions, some cursed images, and of course, the power of friendship. And you know, if Patreon isn't your thing, we'd sure love it if you took time to leave us a review on your podcasting app of choice. So until next time, I'm Todd Thomas.
I'm Kyle. Give us a Crazy Taxi remake in 2022, Harper.
And I'm Andrew. What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? You get a man with exposed knees, Henderson.
And I'm Matt. I see you have an eye for things. Gun's not just about shooting, it's about reloading. You'll know what I'm talking about. Cole.
And we're saying thanks for debating with us. And if you think we're wrong, then you can come fight us behind the swing sets, nerds.
Matt's accent managed to insult the entire nation of Australia.
That's okay. We don't have... Well, we do have a couple of downloads from Australia, but not a ton.
Not enough.
Not anymore. Not
Yeah,
after this
well,
episode.
We sure did.